What's going on, guys? Dillon DeJesus here. Thank you so much for joining us for another video. So recently we were contacted by another YouTuber, a fellow by the name of Matthew, over from the YouTube channel Rice Farming TV, and he hit us up because he's a big fan of the channel and wanted his own unique pair of custom sneakers.
That could be detrimental to all this work we've been doing. This is day 8 of the 2020. I need to catch my breath.
All right. Let's work. It's the 2020 crop year. My name is Matthew Sliger. That's right, we're out in California planting rice by air. Welcome to the rice fields. Ride with me from planting to harvest. This is California rice, my friends. You're watching Rice Farming TV.
Now, what he wanted these to be entirely based around was a little bit of a commemoration piece, because recently him and his pops had sold one of their big John Deere tractors, so he wanted his own unique pair of John Deere inspired Jordans. And so to me, this is one of the coolest parts about the entire custom sneaker experience as a whole, is that you can really cook up anything that your imagination can envision. And this isn't something that you would really expect to see a collaboration between John Deere and Jordans. There's not necessarily a lot of, crossover between the two major brands. But here's what we were able to cook up for Matthew, this pair of John Deere inspired Jordan 1s. So I don't necessarily always have the pleasure of getting to know my clients a little bit more, but for something like this, it was absolutely vital so we could really tailor the entire shoe towards him. You really just never know somebody's story, and you certainly wouldn't expect a rice farmer out in California to want a pair of custom sneakers, but it's so cool to learn more about people's stories. I can think of a client that we have out in New York who works in a fish gutting market. He has well over 50 pairs of custom shoes from us. It's so cool to just learn different people's stories. So as you can see here from the mock-up on the screen, it really always just begins with that initial vision and just going back and forth with your client and talking through designs, showing them different ways that we could play up different things, but really still trying to keep the essence of tailoring it specifically to him, creating that perfect custom shoe for your client. So if we take a look at a project like this, which is easily going to have at least a 4-week timeline, that first week is really going to be all about the mock-up, going back and forth with your client, making sure that you guys are totally on the same page. And not only trying to bring to life elements from the tractor itself, but also incorporating all of these different things from his YouTube channel, along with showing some of our past designs that we think would work really well here. And also with something like this, I'm just trying to envision what would Jordan brand potentially do if there was ever an insane enough crossover between John Deere brand and Jordan brand. What would they do on a pair of Jordan 1s? And now moving into phase 2 of the project, we found this perfect base shoe. It has completely blacked out guts, a green outsole, things that just go well with the design rather than starting with the all-white base. So when I know that I'm going to be incorporating some high gloss panels into my design, what I'd like to do at the start is completely tape off those panels. We are going to finish every other part of the shoe first. Everything that's going to have a nice matte finish, we're going to do all of that first while keeping these gloss panels completely taped up and save those for last. Now, in order to play up that contrast of the high gloss panels versus the rest of the shoe, what we really need to do is make sure that we're incorporating plenty of duller into each of our paints. And even these panels that came black with the factory shoe, I'm still going to be painting over those with some flat black and some duller mixed in. Now, the finisher that I'm going to be applying to all of these matte panels is going to be the Liquid Kicks matte finisher. To me, it is by far the best factory finish. It already comes airbrush ready, and it's going to remove any sheen from your paint and just really give that factory look. After everything else has been completed and we're ready to move into our high gloss panels, this is where it's going to become incredibly important that you're able to be really precise with your taping. The reason for that is once we apply this high gloss finisher, we really want to make sure that none of it ends up on any of our matte panels. So working that high gloss into these green panels really made the most sense for the design to really give it that look of the John Deere tractor trailer itself. And then to just infuse some of our own artistic style into these, I'm going to be using this new stencil. We like to call it a sleigh camo. You could also say it looks somewhat like a tiger camo stencil onto these green panels. And for the actual high gloss effect, I'm going to be using the Liquid Kicks gloss finisher on these also. To me, this is the best liquid gloss finisher. A lot of the sprays out there are incredibly strong smelling and they never really fully curate or dry in my opinion. If you ever actually touch them, you're going to leave behind fingerprints even after multiple days of drying. So here you'll see a quick side-by-side comparison of some of the Angelus high gloss finisher next to the Liquid Kicks gloss finisher, and then we have the Treehouse high gloss spray. And so what I found works best for me now is going to be the Liquid Kicks gloss finisher. So now as we take a look at our end result, I absolutely love how these came out. This is probably the first time you guys have ever even heard me talk about when or how to utilize a gloss finish. Here you can see on the toe box, we also did something by incorporating his YouTube channel name. We did that in a slightly darker shade of the yellow on the toe box, and then just used the high gloss finisher on the actual lettering itself. Then we have a tiny John Deere logo near the bottom heel of the shoes, and then to really tie them all off, another one of my favorite custom elements is going to be Matthew's actual logo done on the tongue tags. And then when you have a really unique custom project like this, sometimes you want to go above and beyond, and rather than just utilizing our already custom blue DCF boxes, we went ahead and had another wooden custom box made with all of the Rice Farming TV branding on the top of the box. We have the John Deere logos on the side, and then our yellow interior also has our DCF logo on the inside. Just a great way to package everything together. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, a full breakdown on the custom sneaker experience we want to give. Make sure you guys go ahead and check out Matthew's YouTube channel, Rice Farming TV. We definitely hope to work with more YouTubers in the future, and this is really cool. Like I said, you really wouldn't imagine a crossover between Jordan Brand and John Deere tractors, but hopefully we were able to bring that vision to life, and hopefully you guys enjoyed them. Go ahead and make sure you give this video a like if you haven't already. Make sure you guys are subscribed, and we'll see you guys in that next video.